Hello, fellow members and guests. My name is Jarrod Ice. Growing up, I've always been a big sports fan. I was always fascinated by the competitiveness as well as just the abilities of the athletes. And it started when I was probably around first or second grade. I got a flyer for basketball from the school. I brought it home to my parents. I told them that I wanted to play basketball. This was different for me because I didn't know about basketball. I'd seen it on TV, but I didn't know the rules. I never played it before. And so it was something different, something new. And it surprised me a bit now that I look back on it because I was always a shy kid. And for me to be able to jump into this new environment just to try it out was different. And it kind of inspires me now when I look back at it because I ended up playing basketball for 7 years, and it was big. It brought me into other sports, and it brought me into other sports, and it was a key component of my life. I spent most of my days playing sports, and so to be able to do that was to be able to go into a new environment and try it out inspired me. And I looked at my life now, and that's not really, I don't do that anymore. I don't jump at an opportunity to try something new, to try something I haven't experienced before. And that's something that I'm trying to work on now, is in a speech. This speech is an example of that because for this speech, I didn't come that prepared, as prepared as I should have. And coming up here, I was nervous. During the day, I was coming up with every excuse possible to not do this speech. I was complaining. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this speech. But I knew I had to if I wanted to improve and better myself. And that's why I came to Toastmasters. Another ambition of my life is to be more social. Growing up, like I said, I was the shy kid. But I had friends, but I never liked to meet new people. I was always nervous and scared and didn't know what they would think about me and that kind of thing, and so I shied away from it. And it's something that I want to improve upon. I first came to realize this and look at myself and tell myself that I want to be more social was when, it was 3 years ago, it's not that long ago, but I was in physics class. And I remember I was sitting down in the chair at a desk that fits 2 people. And the whole time, every time someone came in, I was always wishing, I was like, oh, please don't sit next to me, please don't sit. I want this whole table to myself. I don't want anybody to sit next to me. And so every time someone came in, the same thing would go through. Well, this one guy walked in the door, and I don't know what it was. I knew he was gonna sit down next to me. And I was wishing the whole time, I was like, please, no, come on, I just watched it, and I could see the path. But as soon as he sat down, he introduced himself, and we started talking. And at that moment, I realized, why was I thinking that way? Why was I wishing this person wouldn't sit down next to me when it turns out we ended up being good friends? And we were good friends after that day. We were talking, and it made the class go a lot better, especially because you have a lab, and labs, can sometimes get boring, so it made it fun. And so what I want to do is I want to not miss out on aspects of life. So I feel like by thinking the way I was thinking, I was missing out on life. And so I have it as one of my ambitions to meet new people. Don't be afraid. Yeah, you're going to be nervous to meet new people all the time. But if you practice it and work at it, then pretty soon, like now, I don't have a problem meeting new people. I can walk up to someone and say, hey, how you doing? Introduce myself. It sounds bad, but I don't care what they think of me from my initial reaction, because if they don't like me, well, that's too bad, It's not going to hurt me. But it's good because you never know. That person that you meet tomorrow could be your best friend for the rest of your life. And so it's a good thing for me to work on and try to improve upon. And that's basically what my speech is about, is don't worry about your nerves and being scared of that. You gotta just push through it, and you never know what will happen. It could be the best part of your life.